In a 3 to 5 year plan, how does one become an FPV pilot god? Thank you for a $5 super chat, Trevone Suki. The number one way that, like everyone I know who has quickly progressed in FPV has put in a ton of stick time. Obviously, simply banging the sticks doesn't make you a better pilot. You have to practice with intent. If I had to give you a plan, I would tell you start racing. Start racing. I'm thinking of a guy here local to Tennessee. He was a mediocre racer, probably still better than me, and in a very short period of time, he was determined to get better, and he started just grinding racing in the sim, in real life, and he progressed very rapidly. Now, not everyone who practices will progress rapidly. There's a certain amount of natural aptitude that's required. Some people will progress faster than others. That's just a fact of life. Unfortunate. But I think if you practice freestyle, it can be very easy to kind of just not push yourself and just kind of do the thing that you're kind of good at already and then pat yourself on the back and go home. But if you race, the clock tells you whether you got faster. And I think that even though racing is not freestyle, racing makes you a better pilot because you are forced to do specific things and you get immediate feedback on whether you did them better. And that's so valuable. I went and visited the guys at Lightcraft, who is a major, one of sort of the major in the United States cinema pilot rigs. Their pilots do major motion pictures, commercials, etc. And the guy I talked to there said essentially all of their professional cinema pilots were racers. He said the only freestyle pilot who cut it as a cinema pilot was Steele. That every other freestyle pilot was, when you're a cinema pilot, you have to have the drone exactly here at exactly this time because you've got a move you've got to make. And you can't miss your timing, and you can't like miss your line. And he said freestyle pilots just couldn't cut it. And racing pilots, obviously some racing pilots also couldn't cut it. But only racing pilots reached a level of repeatability and consistency that they could cut it as a cinema pilot. And then the other thing I observe is that pretty much all racing pilots are also half decent or great freestyle pilots, but many freestyle pilots are not great racing pilots. So if you want to get good, start racing. Race in the sim, work on timing, work on being a better pilot, and then on top of that, if you want to be a freestyle pilot, work on freestyle tricks, because obviously you have to learn to do the freestyle tricks. But that's what I would say. And then just put in the time and hold yourself to a standard and continue to progress.